Track 7, My Diary. But first, my mobile rang. Are you good to go? I was, all kitted up for tennis, sporting my Cambridge Blue Vision for Growth shirt. I joined the waiting taxi and we were driven to the Lees School. We were met by Mark Sanders of Tennis in Cambridge and taken out into the grounds. And outside a tent, standing 4 feet high and 3 feet 7 inches wide, was what we'd come to see. The Davis Cup, which had been touring the country on its way to Glasgow for the Davis Cup semi-finals. Much email correspondence between Tennis in Cambridgeshire and directors Fiona Musgrove and Alex Ween meant that we would be allowed to touch the Davis Cup. So Fiona, Roy, Alex and myself were provided with a cotton glove. I placed it on my right hand and was guided to the trophy. Imagine a 3-tiered wedding cake, for that's just what it looked like. It's the top layer, which is the actual cup, which the winning players lift up. Be very heavy to lift the whole thing. I asked, where were the names of the latest winners? For Britain had won last year. The latest names were on the middle layer. I asked, how far did the list of winners go back? 1900. It's like touching history, I said. But we had work to do. Having seen the cup, and incidentally photographs taken of us touching it and standing by it, including Golden Retriever guide dog Pudsey, we were taken to an indoor badminton court, for we were to demonstrate how visually impaired tennis works. Well, adults were not so keen to put on a blindfold and have a go playing the game, but school children were. Not just any old school children though, but the best tennis players in the country. But it was even a challenge for them. We won hands down. So we played, and then the press came in. Well, not the newspapers, but Radio Cambridgeshire. And they interviewed Fiona, and then BBC Television came with their cameras, asked us a few questions, and then Fiona and I took the floor. We were told that it would be on Look East that evening. Well, work done, came the nice bit. A buffet lunch, sitting on a balcony in the warm sunshine. Although we could hear the school bell ringing from time to time, there was very much a holiday atmosphere about the whole thing. And so we sat and relaxed until it was time to go home. But I must record that our hosts at the Lees School couldn't have done more for us, and we were really impressed with the way that they looked after us. and made it a very special day. Well, what about the transmission on BBC Look East? Well, every evening I watched in vain, and it didn't happen. But the interview on Radio Cambridgeshire went out at 8:30 the next day, and Fiona sounded great. Well, we have to end on a sad note because, as you may know, the Davis Cup semi-finals took place over last weekend. And try as we might, Britain just missed by losing the final.